What's up, my fitness family? Today I'm going to be sharing with you how fast you're going to see results with weightlifting. Guess what? My name is Brent Casper, BKPT. So thank you for joining me. If you're tired of trying to figure things out on your own and you really want some professional guidance so that way you're done wasting time and you just are getting results, definitely just message me. But let's get on to the topic. So how fast is it until you see results when you're doing some weight training? When somebody comes to me and they'll ask me this question, I always rebuttal it with, how long does it take you to get over the common cold? It could be 3 days, it could be 5 days, it could be 7 days, it could be 1 month. Typically when people are starting off, when they're strength training, it varies. You know, you see results right away. You're gonna see improvements, especially it depends on what level it is that you're coming in at. So if you're coming in and you've been doing tons of stuff on your own already and you're starting something new, or you're not starting something new, you know, obviously the gains aren't gonna be as drastic, but you're going to see results. You're going to see things when you're doing things properly. So if you aren't seeing results and you're not visually seeing things change with your body, one, take pictures along the way. Because if you're counting on yourself to see yourself in the mirror every single day, it's hard to notice the results until somebody else tells you, dang, are you doing something different? You know, because they're going to notice it because they haven't seen you in a while. Where it is that you're seeing yourself every single day, so you're not going to see the change as much until it's drastic. And you see, like, you know, you dropped, 10 pounds of fat, or you've dropped like a significant number, where opposed to somebody that just notices you like every 2 weeks, like, oh man, you look like you're doing something differently. But if you're not seeing change, if you're not seeing those numbers, if you're not seeing visual changes, then something needs to change with what you're doing. Nutritionally, with your weight training, whatever it is that you're doing, because you should see change all the time. Other big questions are when people are with me and they're lifting on their own, so they don't have somebody there to spot them, to help them get an extra rep or two, and they're doing an exercise and you're like plateaued at a certain point. So if you're doing curls per se, and you're doing a easy bar curl, and anytime you're doing small muscle groups and you're stuck and you can't get 10 reps on this, take 2-second break, shake it out, pick it right back up, and finish your reps. So that way you are putting more resistance against your muscle, because you always want to make, you're trying to change yourself. You're trying to make positive changes. So you're trying to increase your weights and what you're using. So you want to be like running up the numbers and like, you want to know where you're at, so that way you can, increase it 5 pounds, increase it 10 pounds, so you're steadily making improvements, because that is what's going to make the most change in your body, is by putting more resistance against it. But you want to make sure you're safe when you're doing it, using proper technique. You want to make sure you're doing everything correctly, so that way when you're doing it, you're actually, challenging the muscle the way you're supposed to. So there's 2 ways to change your muscle, right? Adding more resistance. So if you're going to increase the weight, or like I just showed, setting it down and doing, take 10 seconds and finish out your repetitions, or just increasing the amount of reps that you're doing with the same weight. So if you're used to doing 12 reps with 50 pounds, then do 15 reps or do 20 reps. I'm just somebody that would rather do less repetitions, so I'd like to stay in that 6 to 12 range and always increasing my weights. So I'll a lot of times make sure that if I'm stuck at a certain point, I'll set it down, take a few seconds. I'm not saying to take 5-minute breaks. Don't sit there. Don't be that person that's sitting on equipment, checking text messages, checking, who's talking to them on Facebook while you're trying to, wait 5 minutes before your next reps. So, 10-second break, pick it right back up, finish out your set right away. So making sure you're making that the progressions you need to make. So hopefully that stuff helps. You should be seeing significant changes immediately. I don't know if you saw in the last video that I posted though, that you know, when you're starting a new program, you don't want to jump too hard, too fast, you know, with weights, because your muscles might be ready to increase, but your joints aren't ready yet. So this is only if you're just starting something new. Make sure you go back and watch that video so that way you can see what I was stating on those things, but always making positive progressions. So make sure that you are seeing those results. Make sure you are seeing those numbers change, because you should see it pretty fast. All right, so hopefully that tip helps. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All right, take care.